So with that, we bring in criminal defense attorney Mark Geragos. Mark, always good to have you. Welcome back to the program. Obviously, this is a huge development. Alec Baldwin thought he was off the hook in this case. Then they continued to pursue it and did these tests with the gun. And now the grand jury has indicted him. Tell me what your reaction is to all of this and what you think happens now.
Well, my reaction is the first time around was kind of a prosecution that was marred by prosecutorial missteps. In other words, they had charged one section that wasn't even in existence at the time of the shooting. They had come forward with another, and as you had indicated, or in the package had indicated, they had destroyed the gun in the process. The fact that they go shopping around for another expert to try to come up with a theory that basically is rebutting the ABC News interview, to me, is a stretch for a criminal case. I get it if this had been a civil case and you were fighting over other people's money, but there's something I think untoward about prosecuting again here after you had already put somebody through this the first time. And by the way, I don't think, based on, speaking of civil cases, that you're getting a family who's asking for this, because I think they've settled and they seem to be supportive that this was an accident.
Yeah, but there's so many questions that still exist. I mean, we heard about people firing the guns at night, playing around. Then this gun ends up on a cart. This gun has a real bullet in it that killed someone. And I've just been amazed since the beginning here that we haven't been able to trace the custody of this gun and the bullet and how it got in there in the first place in this case. So I want to play the soundbite that you talked about. This is Alec Baldwin talking to George Stephanopoulos on ABC News, December of 2021. So just a couple months after this happened. Watch this.
I cock the gun, I go, can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see that? And she says, and then I let go of the hammer of the gun and the gun goes off. I let go of the hammer of the gun, the gun goes off.
At the moment, the decisive
That was the moment the gun went off, yeah. That was the moment the gun went off.
It wasn't in the script for the trigger to be pulled.
Well, the trigger wasn't pulled. I didn't pull the trigger.
So you never pulled the trigger?
No. I would never point a gun at anyone and pull a trigger at them, never.
So that is the basis of one of the disputes here, because we have spoken to an expert who has handled those guns, worked on movies, said absolutely, it wouldn't go off unless that trigger was pulled. But Mark, I want to ask you a quick question here. We're getting some reaction from Gloria Allred, who, of course, and who represents the family, the Hutchins family. And this, she says, our clients have always sought the truth about what happened on the day Helena Hutchins was tragically shot and killed. They continue to seek the truth in our civil lawsuit for them, and they would also like there to be accountability in the criminal justice system. The grand jury has decided that there is sufficient evidence to indict Alec Baldwin on the charge of involuntary manslaughter, and we look forward to that trial. Just final reaction from you on how this is all developing.
Final reaction is, I believe that there was another law firm that was representing the family, and so I know that case was resolved, and so you always hate to see if the civil cases are driving the criminal. I think it's somewhat untoward at this point to have a case that had fallen apart the first time to bring it a second time. It's certainly not double jeopardy, but at the same time, there's something untoward about it.
Mark, thank you very much. Mark Geragos joining us.
Hey, everyone. I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.